Now that's one fast mower.
Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
Coming to you from Piketon, Ohio, site of the Pike County Fairgrounds, getting ready for the 2023 Pike County Fair with Joy Bauman. She is the OSU Extension Educator here in Pike County. And thank you so much for sitting down with us to talk about the fair.
Sure. It's a big week.
Yes.
It's coming quickly.
You've had a couple of fairs under your belt now here, right?
This will be my second fair here in Pike County.
Okay. So tell me about the last year. How's it gone for you?
This past year has been great. The folks in Pike County have been wonderful. I have an awesome team of volunteers here in the county. I have well over 100 volunteers for the 4-H program, and we have a great group that's on my 4-H advisory committee, and they are like those key people that really help get things done.
If people could see your office right now, it has everything for the fair inside of it, it seems.
Right,
4-H related.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of trophies and awards in my office right now that we've been sorting out and getting labeled.
Yeah, and now it's a matter of getting to that point where these kids get the awards. So they've got to go through all this week of all their year-long projects and ready to go.
So for some of these kids, these projects started back last fall, right after the Pike County Fair ended, or a month or so after that, when they were purchasing their steers that they're feeding out for this year. But the 4-H enrollment actually began in November, was when kids could enroll for the new program year, and we've had club meetings that have been going on ever since then. And so they attend club meetings, they do quality assurance for their livestock, they have other projects for all the non-livestock projects. We had that judging back earlier in July, so they'll receive their awards and recognition here on Sunday evening during the fair, which is a new thing this year. It always before was like the big kickoff was Monday night, but this year we have our main entertainment, Nate Smith, is who is going to be here at the Pike County Fair this year on Monday evening, and so they moved the opening ceremonies. They're going to dedicate the new grandstand and have all of the non-livestock awards, crown the Pike County Fair royalty, recognize scholarship winners, and then they'll have the pie auction to raise funds for those 4-H scholarships. All of that's going to happen on Monday evening.
That's a big jam-packed night.
That's a big night.
And then the school bus derby right after that on Tuesday.
That's right? Tuesday night, I believe so. So that'll be something new and exciting this year that everyone's really looking forward to. You
mentioned the grandstand. Of course, last year after the fair was done, demolition happened. Since then, they've constructed a new structure, and it's ready to go.
Right. The new grandstand is ready to go, and that's thanks to the Pike County Commissioners with funds that they had that had to be used for capital improvements. And so they decided to invest in the community and replace the old grandstand structure, which was in need of replacement. So we're happy to have the new grandstand. That's beautiful, and we'll get to use it first thing on Monday night. They'll dedicate the grandstand and kick off the fair.
And I tell you, the changes here in the last 5 years have been incredible. They have upgraded tremendously, especially with the addition of the horse barn and the improvements they've done here at Bauman Arena and all. Yeah. This is where all the kids will be getting their ribbons and everything too.
So here in Bauman Arena, this is where the small animals show, so the rabbits and the poultry show here, and then the sheep and the goats show here as well. And then we'll have cloverbud activities here on Thursday afternoon, and then on Saturday we have the small animal sale here in Bauman Arena.
Yeah, but the big stuff happens
down over the hill, and the multi-purpose building is where the beef and the dairy and the hogs show.
Yeah. You mentioned Nate Smith. We probably, I'm going to guess, have the outdoor 4x4s and side-by-sides and everything going at it again with the grandstand. Probably have motocross involved. And
they're going to have all that stuff again at the grandstand and the pools and all of that fun stuff that everyone looks forward to every year.
And, of course, a demo derby. You can't have a fair
You can't have a
county
fair in Southern Ohio without a demolition derby, no.
Exactly. For folks who have never been here before, what sort of things should draw them to this fair?
The feeling of community. You know, it's really something that families look forward to all year. People take their vacation time to be here at the fair with their kids.
Now, as we were talking last year, you mentioned that your family You talk about the family tie here with this. You traveled to all 88 county fairs.
I haven't been to all 88, but I have
You
been.
may as well
to,
have been.
I have been to more than 60 county fairs in the state of Ohio, and I've been to all 8 of the independent fairs in the state of Ohio. So I've still got a few to check off my list to make it to all of them in the state. But over the course of my lifetime, I've been to a lot of county fairs. That was what my family did in the summer. We never really took family vacations. We farmed, and so a lot of times we would maybe get chores done early, and we would go to a county fair somewhere that was going on. My dad was on the fair board in Coshocton County for years and years, and so he took advantage of that fair manager's pass, and we would visit a lot of other county fairs to get ideas and see things and ways to improve the home county fair. So I've always had a love for county fairs.
Like you say, this is a family affair, so to speak.
Right.
You've got generations who brought their rabbits and goats and everything when they were kids.
Right.
Now, some of them, their grandkids are participating.
Grandkids and great grandkids,
Yeah.
even.
Yeah.
So it really is. It's a great thing. People look forward to it year round, just to come back and see everyone, and you a lot of times maybe see folks that you don't see throughout the year, but you always see them during Fair Week.
Yeah, it's a jam-packed week. It all starts on July 30th and runs through the 5th of August, right?
Right. That's July 30th is when we have the grand opening and everything. But actually, we'll start with some horse activities. So the harness racing, the fair hasn't officially started, but on Friday evening at 5 o'clock they'll have harness racing here at the grandstands, and then Saturday afternoon at 2 we have day 1 of the pleasure horse show that begins, because we have a lot of horse kids this year. I think 70 some horse kids this year exhibiting, and so it's the pleasure show is a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday, but the actual kickoff of the fair starts on Sunday, and that's because all the livestock and everything doesn't move. Most of it doesn't move in until Sunday morning or Sunday evening in some cases. So
check-in days.
Check-in days. That's right. And then we begin on Monday morning then with the poultry show.
Anything that we have missed, you wanted to make sure people knew?
Anything that we've missed that I want to make sure people know, just the dates of the main events or the main shows that we have. So Monday is the poultry show, and then that evening we have the junior contesting horse, so that's the barrels and the all of the speed events. And then on Tuesday we have the market rabbit show starting on Tuesday morning. Then in the afternoon on Tuesday we have the dairy cattle show, and then we'll have the goat show. So we'll start with dairy goats and breeding goats, and then the market goat show on Tuesday evening. That's the night of the bus derby. And then on Wednesday morning, bright and early, we start off with the market rabbit showmanship, or the rabbit showmanship is on Wednesday. And then Wednesday afternoon we have, Wednesday morning we have swine showmanship. Wednesday afternoon, added in the schedule this year, they have the gilt show, or the breeding swine show, is back during the fair. The last few years they've held that prior to the fair a couple of weeks, but this year that's back at the fair, Wednesday afternoon. And then Wednesday evening is the market hog show. And then Thursday is beef showmanship in the morning, and they have the beef fitting, and then the breeding classes are in the afternoon, and then in the feeder calf classes, and then Thursday night is the steer show. So that's the big show for Thursday, and that's the night of the truck and tractor pull at the grandstand. And then on Friday, that's when we have the all animal showmanship. So that's the senior showmanship winner from each of the species. They compete against each other, and they have to show all the different species of livestock to compete for that coveted all animal showmanship award. And then Friday night is the large animal sale. So that's the hogs, the steers, the goats, and the lambs. And then Saturday morning is the small animal sale, so with the rabbits and the chickens. So we really, really appreciate all of the community support that we have, the folks that come out for those sales, the folks that come out on Sunday evening to bid at the pie auction. All of that money just goes straight back into the county 4-H program in the form of scholarships. And then on the sales on Friday and Saturday, it's helped a lot of kids to go to college or buy a car or whatever they need. So just really, really appreciate all that community support.
So all that money you've saved up all year long, it's about time for the sales.
Yes.
And that's the real big event that's going to take place, again, starting
Right.
Friday night and then Saturday
Right.
as well.
And then after the fair, a couple weeks later, on August 16th, that's when we will have the results of our farm to fork carcass contest. So we have steers, hogs, and this year we added lambs and goats. So we have the carcass contest. So immediately after the fair, those animals are going to go up to Just Meats in Chillicothe, where they'll be processed, and then those carcasses will be judged, and we'll have a presentation. It's usually more of an educational event and an awards presentation there for that, to recognize those kids. So, yep, it's that time of the year, and it's my favorite time of the year. So, and I think most of the 4-H and FFA families would say the same.
Yeah, we celebrate all week long, but it's a year-round affair.
It's a year-round affair. These kids have been working all year long. We just finished up last week. Every kid with a livestock or horse project, they brought in their project books, and we went through them, reviewed them, did an interview. And that's really, one of the key things. People are like, well, why do we have to do this? Well, it's more than just showing up at the fair with an animal. It's learning about your animals. It's learning to keep records. It's learning to be able to sit down with someone and have a conversation and talk with them about the things that you've learned in your project. Those are some of the most important things, I believe, that we teach in 4-H.
And it's structure, and it's preparing them for life.
Right, preparing them for life. So, like, some of the things is like, no, these are similar to things you have to do when you file your taxes or when you apply for a job, and you have to meet a deadline. Everyone has to meet deadlines. So, that's just how it is. So that's some of the things that we try to do to just help prepare our youth for life.
Very good. It all starts Friday with harness racing and continues on through the following weekend. So
That's right.
Very much looking forward to the Pike County Fair for 2023. Joy, thank you again for your time.
Oh, you're
today.
very welcome. Thanks for coming down.
We'll see you soon at a fair close by.